This is all my fault. God knows how many thousands died because of me. What? Renzo. You're out of your mind. Systematic human rights violations like that would make us no better than them. I was telling myself what I wanted to hear. Mere lip service. I couldn't do a damn thing. I did this. All these people are dead because of me. And those who survive, it's only thanks to Renzo. Because he made the hard choice. Blood on his hands be damned. He sacrificed a few, but in the end, he saved countless more. Fuck! I'm a monster. No different from the beta. Presumed. Okay, so his body isn't found. So he could still be alive. KIA? Renzo's KIA? He's dead. It's not fair. You saved so many people. It's not fair. Why am I still alive? When I couldn't do a damn thing for anyone. It should have been me. Renzo! The world needs people like you, not cowards like me. Voices? They're survivors? Do I have the right? How can I help them if I can't bring myself to look them in the eyes? All this happened because of me, and I can't even... No, cut the crap. I have to help them. This outcome may be my fault, but right now, I need to save as many as I can. There's a first aid kit in the cockpit. It should be better than nothing. I think they're over here. There. Hey, you okay? Hold on. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, the beta. Get away from her. Get the hell away from her! Get the fuck away! Ah! Ah! Shit! Ah! Oh god, my arm! Stop eating my fucking arm! I'll kill you all! Get away from me, you motherfuckers! That's a lot of cursing, by the way. Ah! Oh, thank goodness that was all a nightmare, because I didn't want to have to endure all that, too. Algeria! Shit. My mind's still in Algeria. And here I thought I was starting to forget. Guess it was too much to hope for. Are the hypnotic suggestions starting to wear off? Or maybe it's because I saw the Sahara for the first time since then. Whatever. Stop. Thinking about it serves no purpose. I don't know why I'm getting flashbacks, but it doesn't matter at this point. Because I've long been dead. I died in the Algerian desert on that fateful day. This body is an imitation of what I once was. Nothing more than a vessel to carry on the will of the man who should have survived. I live only to finish what he left undone. The following information is classified top secret.
Silvio Orlandi, 欧州連合情報軍中尉、コードネームファルソ。死の淵で踏みとどまった奇跡の男。 極秘強襲作戦中の機体損傷、その後ベータの襲撃により左腕、両足、左目を失う。一命を取り留めたオルランディは友の意志を継ぐことを決意。欧州連合の少尉軍人再戦力化プログラムサイブリッド計画の被験体に志願。人体強化改造手術を受ける。その費用600万ユーロ。左目には多目的オプチカルセンサーを移植。骨格はハイパーセラミック。筋肉はカーボニックアクチュエーター。コンクリートを砕き10メートルの壁を飛び越え瞬間最大時速100キロで疾走する。600万ユーロの男、サイブリッド。
A mix of a hybrid and a human, huh? Or cyborg.
無事の帰還を歓迎するよ、ファルソ。
Thank you, Director Goldman.
スーダン作戦の成功はヨーロッパ連合と人類に多大なる利益をもたらすだろう。EU 大統領が君に感謝を伝えてほしいと直接伝えられない比例も詫びていたよ。
Yes, sir. It's an honor.
私も心から感心したよ。まさかここまで見事な結果をもたらすとはな。
Why would that be, sir?
今だから言うが、今回の任務、私は君に多少の不安を抱いていた。君がアフリカの任務に就くのは数年前のあの日以来だったのだな。確かにあの日以来、君が任務を成功させなかったことは一度もない。だがあの忌々しい砂漠を目の当たりにして多少なりとも動揺するのではないかと心配していたんだ。
I appreciate your concern. However, Director, I died on that day. Corpses have no souls. Nothing remains inside me. Not fear, nor sadness. I'm hollow. Renzo wouldn't let primal emotions like that interfere with his duty, which is exactly why I cannot allow him to interfere with mine either. I must be like him. That is my fate as the vessel of my sworn friend.
そうだったな。文字通り、あの日君は生まれ変わったというわけだ。実に頼もしい。
There's nothing outstanding about surviving in this manner. It was the only way I could atone.
どういうことかね。君が生涯をかけて追っているベータブリッドの研究拠点をまた一つ壊滅させたというのに。
Putting an end to all B-Brid research is my sole purpose in life. The only thing I care about. Someday I will capture the bastards who release the beta, only to save themselves. But until that day comes, this is the only thing I live for. However, I'm well aware that it won't happen. It's impossible given the way the intelligence core operates nowadays. It doesn't matter how many of those facilities we destroy. There's only one sure way to exterminate the beta Brids. We need to destroy the system that allows that line of research to be funded, starve out allegiance and the other fundamentalist sects. Then again, we could always isolate them from their natural constituency. Refugees not an ideal policy if you ask me. I can see how it might bear results.
難しい問題だな。北米、中南米、オセアニア、アフリカ。世界中に溢れかえる難民たちにとって今や宗教は最後の拠り所であり最も強固な支えになっている。そして難民を受け入れているのはいずれも国連で大きな発言権を持つ国々だ。
True, there are two kinds of countries still capable of wielding that kind of influence. In the first group you have Australia and the nations of North America, the old guard so to speak. The other group is made up of countries which became economic powerhouses thanks to the war. As if karma had finally struck for the age of discovery, nations in the southern hemisphere began to grow in power as Europe, the Middle East, and Asia all fell to ruin. New world powers they may be, but that doesn't change the fact that they're all dancing to allegiance's tune. To this day, they remain locked in a tug-of-war against each other, fighting over beta-based technology.
膨大な難民はただでさえ厄介な問題だ。その拠り所にわざわざ手を突っ込み、 暴動や騒乱を起こすことは誰も望まん。我々は末端からのローラー作戦を地道にやっていくしかあるまい。
That is exactly why I've repeatedly suggested we should target their main research facilities. But my proposals always fell on deaf ears. EU bureaucrats are hesitant to act if they're not confident the UN Security Council will support their actions.
そう言うと思ったよ。では次の任務の話を始めよう。
Sir.
戻って早々ではあるが、君には明日エドワーズ経由で極東に飛んでもらう。
The far east? There's only one place he could be talking about.
喜びたまえファルソ。次のターゲットは日本だ。
Am I going to Yokohama? Japan, an island empire in the Northeast Asia and home to two hives. One on Sadagashima, another in Yokohama, with the latter as the sole exception to the beta's construction rules, and the only hive currently under human control. The Empire of Japan also serves as the headquarters of Alternative 4, meaning they're on the leading edge of beta research.
おめでとう。情報軍司令部はようやく君の話に耳を傾けたようだな。
And this is where he goes to meet up with the main characters team of or a party of characters for that matter. At last, it's time to put an end to Alternative 4.
まあ待て。気持ちはわかるが、そう流行るな。
Yes, sir.
相手は世界最大の対ベータ秘密計画。慎重に事を運ばなければ、潰れたのはこちらだったということにもなりかねん。現に今日まで我々は横浜基地に情報網を構築できていない。一人の工作員ですらその敷地内に送り込めていないのが現実だ。
The intelligence corps recruits from Europe's finest, but they still haven't been able to get a man inside. Yokohama's counterintelligence must be something to behold. At the same time, there's no point in going to such lengths if there's nothing to hide. Just what in the world is Alternative 4? I need to expose every single secret they're hiding, no matter what it takes.
しかし人生とは面白いものだ。難攻不落の横浜。その扉が向こうから開かれたのだからな。
What do you mean?
その通り。本題に入ろう。
Up? Who's that woman?
光月優子、日本人。16歳で因果律量子論を提唱した量子物理学と統合生理学の世界的権威。まさに天才だよ。ドクター光月は昨年、国連太平洋方面第11軍横浜基地の副司令に就任している。
Why is civilian the XO of a military base?
その問いの答えは横浜基地の場所にある。
Right, I'm starting to see the whole picture. I heard it was close, but to build the base right on top of a hive.
このドクター光月こそ第4計画の提唱者にして総責任者だ。副司令はあくまで表向きの顔に過ぎない。背部に基地を建造するというのも彼女のアイデアだという。天才と何とやらは紙一重というが、いずれにせよ並ではないことは確かだ。
I wonder if that means he'll end up being Takeru also. It certainly seems that way. Quite a character, huh? That's one way to describe her, one that doesn't even begin to scratch the surface if you ask me. Her eyes are breathtaking, piercing straight into the deepest truth of her soul. Lips that exude passion and resolve, fingers delicate yet strong. And the icing in the cake, a massive chest that any man would kill for. For how long would Renzo have gazed at that voluptuous chest? For how long would he have indulged in fantasies of playing with her breast to his heart's content? Knowing him, he would use 1,000 words to describe them in all their plump glory. He would worship Dr. Kozuki based on solely on her magnificent rack. He would move heaven and earth to be in her good graces, for her seemingly F-cup breasts demand no less. My friend, you have nothing to worry about. I'll act exactly as you would. Or that's how it would be under normal circumstances. The woman is a mad scientist who built a base on top of a hive. No matter how wonderful her bosom is, I must make an exception. Forgive me, my friend, but I cannot afford to be broken. Custodus must yet await. Or Coicidus. Right now, all I can do is pay my respects is to sear the image of her breast into my mind. That was quite a weird thing. So maybe he's just as weird as the previous main character as well. Why is Director Goldman looking at me like that? Is something the matter?
ああ、いや。もしや君の好みのタイプではないかと思ってね。
No, not particularly.
そうか。
He's like, he noticed too. I don't understand why you had to ask such a personal question in the middle of a briefing. What's even weirder is that he seems almost disappointed by my answer.
話を戻そう。ドクター光月の警護、それが君に課せられる今回の任務だ。
Why would you need a bodyguard? Could this be related to his question? I mean, it makes perfect sense. Becoming her bodyguard means spending a significant amount of time by her side. Wait, does Director Goldman want me to seduce Dr. Kozuki to extract information from her? If that's the case, he will be sorely disappointed. He may not realize it, but for someone with an extensive amount of field experience, one fact is clear. Dr. Kozuki is beyond any man's reach. She stands above us all. Hang on a minute. If Yokohama's security is as tight as he says, what's the point of her having a bodyguard?
ドクター光月は近々第4計画の成果に関する重大な発表を横浜基地で行う予定だ。
I forgot the name of the artist, but Silvio's art currently, at least the portrait that they were just showing, you know, before this switch to Director Goldman, reminds me of the guy that draws the Final Fantasy covers or titles, you know? I forgot his name, but the art style looks reminiscent to that. If that is him, wow, you know? I never thought I'd see him in a Muv-Luv IP.
このプレゼンテーションは国連上層部をはじめとする関係各国の要人を招聘し、極秘裏に行われる。
I also remember he did some art for Vampire Hunter D. And so Yokohama opens its doors. Heaven sent opportunity indeed.
いや、驚くべきことにそれ以上だよ。今から数週間前、日本帝国情報省を通じて協力要請があった。
A formal request for assistance from Japan? Something's off here.
ドクター光月は組織ばった堅苦しさを嫌う。当然、物々しい個人警護もだ。したがって一人で数十人の戦闘力に匹敵する君が適任なのだ。
This all seems weirdly convenient.
そう思うのも無理はない。我々ヨーロッパ連合は反オルタネイティブと言わないまでも、より堅実な手段を施行し、プロミネンス計画などの諸策を推進している。こと対ベータ国際戦略において、日本と我々は真っ向から競合している。単純に言えば敵同士だ。彼らがなぜ我々に協力を要請するのか。それは予備計画派、つまりオルタネイティブ5推進派の妨害、あるいは破壊工作を警戒しているからだ。当然、ドクター光月の暗殺も想定されている。こう言えば納得がいくかね。
A textbook case of when the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
翻ってなぜ我々は彼らに協力するのか。知っての通り、アメリカが推進する第5計画は横浜に実戦投入された5次元効果爆弾の大量運用と高性間波種がワンセットになっている。彼らとしては北米大陸に類が及ぶ前にケリをつけたいのだろうが、ユーラシアの国々にとってそれは悪夢に他ならない。生態系や環境への影響が計り知れない重力兵器が自国領内で大量炸裂するなど誰が望む？そして言うまでもなく次期計画である 第5計画派の台頭は第4計画にとっての死活問題。一方、ヨーロッパ連合が推進する諸計画には未だ多くの時間が必要だ。したがって成功の見込みが薄い第4計画が生きながらえること、それ自体が我々の利なのだ。つまり本件に関するヨーロッパ連合と第4計画の利害は完全に一致していると言っていい。その上、堂々と横浜に諜報員を送り込み、第4計画の実態調査が叶うとなれば、我々に断る理由は全くない。
Doesn't change the fact that Yokohama's security is airtight, though. I might be posing as a bodyguard, but it's not going to be a simple job.
その通りだ。だが、横浜潜入において最も高い障壁は傍聴システムではない。
Meaning what?
世界の諜報機関をして横浜を無菌室と言わしめているもの。それはたった一人のスパイフィルターの存在なのだ。
What? Director, you couldn't possibly be talking about this stag beetle looking girl, right?
そのまさかだよ、パルソ。どちらかといえば私はウサギだと思うがね。
Oh, now that he mentioned it, she really does look like a rabbit. Yes, that much is incredibly obvious. Here we go again. Her eyes are empty, with a gaze that tells the world she is resigned to bear whatever burden she must. There's no despair to be found, no hope to be gained. Her lips are shut tight, as though they sealed the words they were supposed to speak. Her skin is as white as the purest snow, frail at first glance, yet deceptively resistant upon closer inspection. And as small, almost non-existent even, as her bosom may be, it stands as a wall between her and the world. Renta would pay her no attention. Me, truth be told, I'm conflicted. As some men of culture like to say, flight is justice. Ascertaining the truthfulness of that statement by myself would be quite the thrill. What the hell? But alas, I cannot. I am no more than a vessel for his will, hence my tastes are inconsequential. If he would have ignored her, then so should I. And here we go again, scrutinizing him. Oops, I did it again. Is something the matter?
ん？ああ、いや。今度こそ君の好みのタイプではないかなと思ってね。
No, not particularly.
そうか。
What's with that look? Just what in the world's going on in his head?
話を戻そう。彼女はトリースタ・シェスチナ。第6世代300番という識別名を持つオルタネイティブ第3計画の忌まわしき遺産、ロシアンデザイナーだ。
Trista Sestina, an honest-to-God psychic. Talk about looks being deceiving.
優生学と遺伝子工学、そして人工子宮技術の申し子。追い詰められた人類の狂気が生み出した超人。
So the rabbit girl is another man-made abomination, like me. No, I shouldn't think about her that way. She never asked for this. She's merely another victim of the time we live in.
ベータとのコミュニケーションが一切不能であることは知っての通り。もともと彼女は奴らの思考を直接読み取るためにデザインされたのだ。原理は不明だが、彼女は何らかの形で他者の思考を解読できると考えられる。まさに最強のスパイフィルターだ。
And here I thought Alternative 3 ended in failure.
だが、ドクター光月が彼女を接収したことは、横浜が無菌室だという現状を見るに、その能力は人間に対して一定以上有効と見るべきだ。
If that's the case, she'll read my thoughts as well. I won't be able to do anything outside my work as a bodyguard.
それこそが君がこの任務に選ばれた理由だよ、バルソ。君の脳髄を覆うハイパーセラミックの頭蓋が彼女の能力を妨げる。これに関してはソ連から亡命した元第三計画研究員のお墨付きだ。
So him being a cyber will work to his advantage is what you're saying.
したがって君が見聞きしたもの、その目で記録した画像や映像など、 彼女は一切見ることができないというわけだ。
Good to know. Great. What irony. The cross of inhumanity I have to bear, the proof of the sins I have committed, is the only means to overcome the abilities of another creature born from the deepest recess of humanity's madness. Fight fire with fire. Renzo, every day I grow more convinced you should have survived instead. The times demand men like you.
さて、すべてのお膳立てが揃ったところで、いよいよ確信に触れよう。オルタネイティブ4の主目的、それは対ベータ諜報による人類救済だ。その目的を達成するため、多岐にわたる副次的な研究・開発がこの横浜基地で進められている。これは基地の演習場近傍にある廃棄された野外格納庫だ。だがこれはカモフラージュに過ぎない。その地下数十メートルには最新の研究施設が作られている。
Wait, is that?
ベータブリッド研究の最先端、後藤機関だ。
The Biochemical Research Division of the Imperial Japanese Mainland Defense Force, also known as Unit 90, a beta research institution out of the darkest of legends.
ここはこれまでのような末端ではない国連管理下の軍事施設だ。任務遂行は潜入調査を最優先とし、破壊工作は禁じる。
Wait, what? I'm only supposed to collect information? Director, this could be our sole opportunity to get into Yokohama.
安心したまえ。この研究室には内通者がいる。しかも立場的にもかなりの大物だ。
So that's how you were able to get information even without an agent inside. Makes sense.
リソース配分の問題だよ。ロシアンデザイナーはたった一人。数万の基地職員を常に監視するのは物理的に不可能だ。侵入に対する防御が完全であるなら、その他には段階的に警戒を緩めても大きな問題にはならない。そう考えているのだろう。出るものはさておき、基地の中に居続けるもの、地位の高いものであれば特にな。
I can work with that.
自信か慢心か、いずれにせよ我々が情報を入手している現実を見る限り、天才も人の子だったというわけだ。
I sure hope so.
まあいい。とにかくくれぐれも早まった行動だけはしてくれるな。
Sir.
ベータブリッド撲滅にかける君の思いは理解している。だがやっと掴んだチャンスだ。これを次につなげられなければ末端潰しの繰り返しが続く。その無念は君が一番味わっているはずだな。
Yes, sir. I'll keep your words in mind.
念のため作戦指示は暗号化し、分散した物理的手段で君に送る。ロシアンデザイナーは生体思考以外は認識できないからな。露見リスクは多少上がるが、ロシアンデザイナーの脅威度に比べれば誤差の範囲だ。
Of course. It's supposed to be a black operation when working the other way. This is certainly better than having me infiltrate Yokohama with full knowledge of the operation. This way, if I get captured, the EU can claim plausible deniability. No one would need to take the fall except myself.
まず現地で協力者と接触したまえ。内通者に君がたどり着くまでのサポート要員だ。
That person must also be someone who spends all their time inside the base.
下準備は数週間前からバックアップチームが動いている。過去の調査記録や資料は行きの HSST で目を通しておきたまえ。
Yes, sir.
私からは以上だ。任務の詳細は この後調査官が行うブリーフィングで確認するように。